So recently, I've reached 400 subscribers, and I thought, why not just make a special? And at the same time, I do want to announce a few new things about my channel. Well, here we go. I am officially a PNG tuber. Now, you may be wondering, Linkmas, is this going to change anything about the channel in general? Well, no, not really. This is more so just me changing up my content a bit more. And while I have shown my face in videos before, I don't do it too often, and I feel like I want a way to interact with my audience in a separate way. And why not utilize the character that I've already made? And in recent events, my channel has more so expanded beyond the scope of just action figure reviews, which means I also want to add some slight changes to my channel's name. And so from now on, Linkmas Prime Reviews will be changed to Linkmas Prime Productions. And considering that my channel is still used for action figure and toy reviews, I still do make other things. For example, sometimes I'll, upload just a random meme. Heck, I even have my own series, The Primes, which you should definitely check out, by the way. And I have other projects that I want to work on in the future. Another example, Transformers Dark Judgment is another future project that I'm going to be coming out with in 2023. Which I will disclose the current state of that project in this video. And again, I'm still going to be making action figure reviews. Now, I could just make a separate channel for some of these other things, but I'm still working on building this channel, so why not just work with what I already have? And because I already do a lot of stuff on this channel, I just thought, why not just come up with a name that's a little bit more inclusive to the other content that I make. But anyways, now that we have that cleared, let's move on to the announcements. Now, for the past 5 months, I've been working on a series. This series is called The Primes. And The Primes is honestly just a quarter of something that is even bigger. This project is known as the Sentient Cinematic Universe. And it all began with one-person series, Spinozillasaurians, The Godzillas. Now, when Spinozilla made episode 9 of The Godzillas, he just did not want to make any more episodes of that series. He was done. People kept asking and asking and asking for it, and he just did not want to make it. But one day, he just decided, screw it, and he made episode 10. And it did take a while. It took around, I think, 4 months for him to complete the full episode, but it was honestly a big project that got to include, a bunch of other people. And in doing so, I also got to voice a few characters in that episode. The characters that I voiced included Doctor Strange, Mechagodzilla, and even Optimus Prime. Now, the whole reason for Optimus Prime's appearance in episode 10 of The Godzillas was honestly supposed to be a joke, and the joke came from a YouTuber by the name of Javi the Hong, who you may have heard of. And the joke is pretty much just Monica Godzilla Prime. And Spino just honestly wanted to make that joke in the 10th episode. Now, at least a week after the episode released, I kind of wanted to make my own thing. So I went to Spino and I was like, hey, I have this idea for a series, and it's similar to the Godzillas, but what if we called it The Primes? And he was like, alright. And then I started to develop this series, and I was like, wait, what if this was connected to the Godzillas? And so after a bunch of back and forth between how difficult this would be, we made it happen. So on May 14th of 2022, episode 1 of The Primes was released. The story focuses around 5 alternate versions of the leader of the Autobots, Optimus Prime, and how they pretty much end up in one universe without just any explanation whatsoever. And even though they're confused, they have to find a way to survive and adapt to this new, pretty much, area. They know they need to work together to find a way to get back to their original universes. But along the way, they find new allies to work with, and new threats to face. Now, I'm not going to reveal much about the series due to spoilers, because I know, there's a lot of other people out there that have not seen the series yet, but it is out there, and, definitely go check it out if you want to. But currently, there are 5 episodes out, along with 1 prologue and 1 Halloween special. But anyways, more on the SCU. Later on, 2 of my other friends wanted to make their own series as well. Maro Hell and Indanam Dalian. Dalian had his own idea for his own series, and this series is known as the Saurians. The Saurians pretty much focused around the same idea as the Primes and the Godzillas. And then later on, Morrow developed his own series known as the Evas, which pretty much, again, focuses around the same thing, but with Evangelion. And currently both of them have released the first episode of their series, so definitely go check those out as well. Now, it wouldn't be a cinematic universe if nothing was connected, so yes, the Primes, the Saurians, the Evas, and the Godzillas are all part of the same exact, well, universe, but it's complicated. Everything about this universe has been and is still in the works. But this is honestly something that I'm really, really happy to be a part of, and I'm really excited to see where it does go in the future. Now, in terms of the future of the Primes universe, we have a lot to cover. Currently, Phase 1 of the Primes is almost done. There is only one thing left to do, and that is the movie. Now, the movie itself is really nothing new. It's honestly just going to be a culmination of the past 5 episodes and other things that have appeared within the Primes universe, just combined together with some added stuff though, but nothing about it is really going to be brand new. More so, it's going to be a recap movie. Now, after that, Phase 2 will begin, and I do have majority of the Prime's future phases planned out, but there's still could be some more to cover there, so who knows. Now, Phase 2 will begin this year, but it has to start after the movie's released. But Phase 2 will continue in 2023. Now, Phase 2 will begin with the Prime's A Christmas Carol, and then it will go into the Prime's Season 2 prologue. The Prime Season 2, which will be another 5 episodes, so it'll be episodes 6 to 10. And to cap that off, there will be another recap movie. Now, there is more to the slate that I do have laid out, but I do currently want to focus on the second phase of this project. And I do have majority of the story for Season 2 laid out, but I'm not going to get into that because I want you guys to find out. So in terms of the Primes, that's pretty much about it. Anyways, now time to talk about Transformers Dark Judgment. Transformers Dark Judgment is another project that I have coming out in the near future. It is not linked to the Primes in any way. This is going to be 100% my own project. I will feature other voice actors and other people to just be part of the project, so that is one thing I'm really, really excited for. But the entire series is going to be stop motion. Now, the running story idea that I have for this series is more so just a what-if scenario. But it's based on a theory that I had about 5 years ago during the release of Transformers The Last Knight. And this is pretty much the theory. What if, during the events of Transformers Age of Extinction, the company known as KSI, instead of making Galvatron, accidentally ended up making Nemesis Prime? And let's be 100% real here, the story for Nemesis Prime in the Bayverse was really, really debatably bad. I honestly thought it would have been way more interesting if Nemesis Prime was man-made. And also, let's think about this. When KSI was creating Galvatron, they were creating him in the image of Optimus Prime. But he also did end up going rogue considering the fact that he still had the essence of Megatron within him. But it still could have worked if they didn't give Galvatron that horrible design. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't love the Galvatron design, but I don't hate it. More so, I just don't mind the design. But basically, this story is going to take the Galvatron Nemesis Prime story to a very different level. So, this universe is part of the Bayverse continuity. It takes place somewhat during the events and kind of before the events of Transformers Age of Extinction. But basically, the story follows: when Optimus Prime killed Megatron at the end of Dark of the Moon, he managed to damage Megatron in a certain way that was slightly different to the way that he damaged him in Dark of the Moon, causing the repair process for the creation of Galvatron to take slightly longer. In this universe, KSI succeeds at making a perfect carbon copy of Optimus Prime, but still under the codename of Galvatron. When they set Galvatron out on the test run, it was a 100% success. But let's just say later on, Galvatron kind of goes a little Ultron, if you know what I mean. And because he has a slight essence of Megatron, memories from the war start to come back to Galvatron. And that's when Nemesis Prime realizes that the war could have easily been stopped millions of years ago had the Autobots and Decepticons had just been wiped out. So Galvatron undergoes a slight transformation. He starts to pretty much gain his own consciousness, and he decides to change his name to Nemesis Prime. And within this process, he pretty much becomes the necessary medium to end the war. Now, that's just an abridged version of the story, and I'm still coming up with more concepts, and I'm still kind of trying to find ways of making this story a lot more interesting, but that's pretty much what I have so far. The series will be 100% stop motion, and honestly, I hope that this does go really, really well. However, I do have a lot more ideas, which I probably will not share right now, but that is up for future determination. But anyways, that is pretty much it about Transformers Dark Judgment. Now, to be honest, I don't think it's really fair to call this video a special. This is more so just an announcement video. Now, I do understand that I didn't really announce too much, but I hope that what I did announce is at least exciting for some people. And honestly, I'm excited too. I'm excited to see the future of where my channel goes. But also, the future of this channel is not possible without you guys. And after 5 years of being on YouTube, earning 400 subscribers is so big to me. It is such a huge milestone for me, and I'm so proud that I've gotten this far. But I just gotta thank everyone who has been part of this journey with me for at least all 5 years. And specifically, I want to thank my friends as well. My friends including Maro Hell, Indonum Dalian, Spinozilosaurian, Phonosaurus Rex, McAure, and so many more. Thank you all. And real quick, more on the Sentient Cinematic Universe, there is an official YouTube channel which I will be linking down in the description below. But anyways guys, thank you all for watching, I hope you all enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.